Back at it like a jackrabbit. Alright guys, so I thought I was going to get stiffed this week, or this past week rather. I ended up trying to get 2 units. One was going to almost fill my van, I'm pretty good at eyeballing it now, and the other one was going to be a filler unit, what I call a filler unit, and that is just a unit to get while I'm getting another slightly larger one just to fill the van all the way so I'm bringing home a whole load. So I'm on the road, I'm about 30 minutes away. It was only about an hour away, so I get about halfway there, and I get a notice my big unit canceled. So that means the tenant paid their dues, and they got their stuff back. I'm very, very happy for them. That's awesome. But now I'm stuck going to get a filler unit, which typically there's not a whole lot in it. I mean, you'll see it here in a few minutes, but there's not a whole lot in them. These little small, kind of crummy units. I only paid $60 for the unit. I ended up paying, in the video I say I paid $30 in gas, but I really only paid $20. I did the math whenever I got home. So $60 unit, $20 in gas, and then whenever I got through cleaning out the $60 unit, the little filler unit, I got a notification for an offer up. And what that is somebody didn't bid, like nobody bid on this unit, so they offered it up to people who have gotten units in that area lately, and I had just gotten one that was 5 minutes away, so they offered me the unit, and I opened it really quick. I saw a boot box and I saw a bunch of trash, and I was like, whatever, I'll go get it. So I hit accept. I went to pick it up. That's the end video. Now I do want to state that the first video, the first unit, the filler unit, my audio got corrupted. It sounded horrible. I don't know what was going on with it, so all of that is voiceovered. I did a voiceover on the video, but the second unit audio is good. So we'll have normal audio on the second unit. The first unit I did have to voice over. So I hope that you're all right with that. I hope that you enjoy the videos. Now let's jump on into it. Alright, so I had already opened the door and it wouldn't stay shut, so I had to prop it open. But anyway, this is the unit. Didn't look like a whole lot, and it was supposed to just be a filler unit. I did see this little ball hitch here that I do need a spare for, and I also saw this wooden trunk. Now the rest is just a mystery. Again, this wasn't supposed to be a money-making unit. It was supposed to be a filler unit for a money-making unit. But let's see what we've got. In the first bag, just saw some hangers, some Christmas lights, more Christmas lights, and there wasn't really a whole lot more in here. I did have this little bike lock chain thing, which is good. I'm actually going to give it to my buddy. He rides his bike a lot. He doesn't have one. But yeah, that was just about all that was in this bag. I do dig around it a little bit more. I see some tape down there, some paint supplies, stuff like that, screws. But that's about it for this bag. Now over here in the corner, there was that little lock box. There was a golf club. Ended up being a Wilson. But this lockbox I was kind of interested in. As you can see, it's already open, so I wasn't really thinking a whole lot was going to be in there. Clamp! I found a clamp. But yeah, cabin air filter, just the run-of-the-mill random stuff that you find in these units. I was bummed out. The little lockbox was empty, but it did have this little LED controller thing in it. But that's about it for that. Now right here in the original video, I was reminding you that this wasn't supposed to be a money-making unit. It was just supposed to be a filler, so I was carrying home a whole load. So I'm not really bummed out. I'm actually enjoying this, you know what I mean? I did find this bag, and I didn't know what this thing was until I popped it out. I was like, oh, it's a lava lamp, duh, keg. The rest of this was just food. Then I spied with my little eye this little rock sitting up there. Ended up being a big chunk of flint, which is cool. I like flint. Flint looks cool. It looks cool tumbled, too. A lot of people don't realize that. You can see all the lines and stuff going through it a whole lot better when it's tumbled. Now we're pulling down another bag. And this book I thought was quite interesting. It is a Howard Stern Miss America book. And I haven't really gone through it a whole lot, but some of the pictures and stuff in there was funny, so I figured that this might be something fun to just go through and kind of check out later. But of course, I checked some of it out right then. You can see a bunch of funny stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Howard Stern. All right, the rest of it in here was a bunch of these cool American Rifleman magazines. Now, at first, I was just like, oh, okay, I found magazines. And then I started looking at them. These are like from 1980, 1970, 1975, 1977, old American Rifleman magazines. I looked them up, and they run about $5 a piece. There's a couple in there that are like in pristine condition. They're $10. But I'll probably just give them to one of my buddies who is kind of into that stuff. And that is all of this bag. Now, before we go into showing you any more things inside boxes, I wanted y'all to check out this brass work on this trunk. I didn't see that in the picture, so I really like that. This trunk ended up being worth about $100 to $150, but we'll get into that here in a minute. Let's check this bag out. And inside of it, we have purses and clothes. Now, I didn't say this in the original video, but I am going to say it now. Whoever's unit this was, they had to have gone through a big fire, or all of this stuff was in a big fire. So I don't know if a house burned down or they just set it all next to a campfire or what, but there was soot all over most of this stuff, like the clothes and the purses, and they just smelled horrible of fire and flames. So I think that these are surviving articles of a fire. And they are just, I mean, they are too far gone. I don't think any amount of washing it will get that smell out. So that will all just be tossed. But on to the next tote, and we find a rock. It's not just a rock, it's a boulder. No, but seriously, we found this rock, and at first I was like, yo, what is this? This looks crazy. And it's because it could be crazy. We're going to send it off to get it authenticated, but I do believe that this is a Native American axe head. I can show you more pictures during the recap, but I've already sent pictures in to IAGA, and they said that they do believe that it is authentic, but they cannot tell me for certain until they examine it under a microscope. So I'm going to get it sent in, get it authenticated, and maybe see what it's worth. So all of that. Oh, yep, forgot about this. We found this playing card in this weird little magnetic case. I looked it up. It's like a $5 card. It looks really fancy, looks really cool. It's like number 85 out of 299, so not too rare, but it's still kind of cool. And then this bag was just a bunch of these like battery-operated string lights. And they're not very long either. I mean, 2-3 foot, but there's a whole bag of them. All right, and I'm trying to get down to this trunk, man. Oh, this is a UPS. So basically, you would plug in your computer and other electronics, and if a power surge ever happens, this is a surge protector, but it is also a battery bank. So it will power your electronics for a certain amount of time, basically long enough for you to come in and shut everything down properly. But that's what that is. It's worth about $100 if the battery works. I haven't tested it yet. All right, on to the next thing. Oh, before that, here's a golf club. All right, next box. So I initially opened it. I was like, oh, great, shoes. And then I started digging, and I was like, oh, it's not just shoes down there. Let me see what this is. It's a horn, and I originally thought that it was going to be a powder horn, but that tip doesn't come off, so I'm thinking it is just a drinking horn. It does have a plastic bladder on the inside of it, so I thought that thing was pretty nifty. All right, and what else is in the box? You know how much I love little wooden boxes. I have a whole collection of them, but we opened it up and it was empty. But it's still a cool box. On the bottom, I'm going to show you here. It says Made in India, and it's got a bunch of brass work, some brass inlay, and some brass on the outside, so I like that. That's just some hair growth stuff. The rest of this in here was basically trash. I do want to show you one other thing, and, well, Armani. Am I going to find some Armani glasses? Oh, no, I didn't. All right, but anyway, so I've got a thermos here. I'll go into the garage sale bin. And over here, this is what I wanted to show y'all. Check this. Well, yeah, check this out. So this is cell checks. It's used with the micro cell counter or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to say the whole scientific name of it, but that stuff was weird, and I stated in the video that I should probably be a little bit more careful about what I'm touching. So, yeah. All right, next bin. And we got some subs. Kicker comps. I had those whenever I was a kid. They're not cheap, but they're not like crazy expensive, and these are obviously used. I don't know if they work, haven't tested them, but we will do all that. We'll test them and see how they do and see if they're even sellable or not. Either way, they've got a bunch of copper in them, so. All right, this rock, it's a rock. I think this is a fossil, I'm not sure. The next one over here, 100% is a fossil. And, hold on, I'm going to get you to the light. I think it's awesome. I mean, that thing is just massive. I don't know exactly what it is, but it looks like one of those round things, you know what I mean? And then this is the trunk I was so excited for. It's actually a Lane Company trunk. And I don't know if you know anything about wooden trunks or cedar chests, but Lane Company is one of the more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess sought after companies to, or places to get trunks. So I looked this one up. In this condition, it's worth around between $100 to $150. I have somebody coming through. They say next week, but y'all know how that goes, for $100. So that should be sold already. I mean, I haven't been paid for it, but they should be through next week. This is a mother of pearl bowl, or wood bowl with mother of pearl on the inside of it. And the rest of these were just shoes. All of the shoes in this unit had that real smoky smell. So I think that everything went through a fire and just, it's just not good anymore. I mean, maybe somebody could get the smell, the fire. It's not a bad smell. It just smells like a campfire, you know what I mean? So maybe somebody could get the smell out of them. I don't know. I might just post them up on Marketplace and let somebody have them for free. There wasn't anything really notable in here, shoe-wise. Now, in the original video, I said, all right, let's get the recap and go back home. But as I told you at the beginning of this video, we ended up getting a free unit. So let's go check that out. All right, back at it like a jackrabbit. So here's the free unit that I told you about at the beginning of the video. I didn't know about it whenever I was getting my first unit. So let's see what we got. Now, I'm sure you can see why it was free, because most of this is probably trash. Normally they don't allow you to use the dumpster, but I guess she feels bad for me. She said I can use the dumpster. Ooh! John Wayne Opoly brand new collector set. Literally brand new in the plastic. That's what's up. Alright, let's see what else we got. Another reason I accepted this offer, sirens in the background, sorry. It says handcrafted boots. And it feels like something's in here. Let's see. No way. No way, dude. What? These are brand new. What? Dude, these are beautiful. Coral. I don't know if you know anything about that brand. Handcrafted boots. Dude, I'm gonna have to look these up. That's crazy. Check that out. Brand new pair of boots. Alright, let's put this back around it. And then let's get this back how it was. Let's put it back in the plastic. Now, I don't know if these are like crazy expensive, but handcrafted, brand new. I mean, it sounds pretty expensive. That's awesome. For a free unit, that's insane. Best thing I've ever found in a free unit by far. And we have only grabbed 2 things out of this unit here. Alright, so look. Brand new in the plastic. Elmo books. 2 of them. Brand new in the plastic. One Sesame Street. One, I mean, both of them are Sesame Street, but that's awesome. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Dude, I can't even be mad. This is awesome. I'm just ecstatic right now. These are some off-brand shades, but they're shades. We're gonna throw those in there. All right, we got some lights. We got more lights. More lights. Some Christmas things. We'll set those to the side. We'll keep those. We won't throw those away. Fill your homes with blessing.
And then these aren't glass, these are plastic. I mean, we'll probably keep them anyway. Dude, I cannot believe that we just found those. That is crazy. What is this? Oh, it's a... I don't know where the key is, but it's a lock for your hitch. It's got an NFL sticker on it right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I don't know. We'll set that to the side too. We got some shoes here. I don't know what they are, but they're in plastic, which makes collection ultimate comfort. I don't think these are anything special, but we're still going to set them to the side. We're not going to throw them in the trash. Somebody could get use out of them. Alright, so here's another box that has some weight to it. Christmas decorations, lighted Christmas barn pictures. Okay, we're just going to believe that that's what's in there. Little bag we got here. Let's open it up. And it's brand new. I mean, it's dirty. It's dirty, but it's brand new. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. I mean, this is a whole corner of just could be anything. 6 character crackers. Character crackers. I don't know what this is. That's what all this is going to be. Alright, let's keep looking. Never know. Oh, what is this? This is like a heated... Okay, so this is like a heated for your neck and back. We're keeping that. It was in a bag. It's not dirty. The bag's a little dirty, but it's not dirty at all. So we're keeping that. That's a win. Remember, guys, this unit was 100% free. I still can't believe that it was free, to be honest with you. Alright, so this feels a little suspect, but we're going to open it. Let's see. Oh, no, nothing bad. So we got pH balancing creamy full body cleanser and pH balancing cleanser. We're not going to do anything with that. I don't know what that is. It feels like a microfiber cloth. Probably going to keep that. Uh-oh. Got some handcuffs. A few things I can do with those. Alright, let's see. Wrist brace, we're going to keep that. Alright, always check your purses, y'all. Always check your purses, wallets, all that. Always check them. You just never know. And really, this is... Well, no, it is kind of messed up. We're going to keep it just in case. Apropos. You gotta be kidding me, dude. I don't know if they're noise canceling, but they're definitely some good headphones. Rechargeable C charger, so you know they're not too old. I mean, this unit just can't get much better unless I find gold. It's the only way that this unit's getting better. Handheld fabric steamer. Yes, please. Go ahead and keep that. Let's see. More glasses. No brand on them anywhere, but we'll go ahead and keep those. Becky! Becky. Alright. I see a bunch of... Something else. It's something. It's got hanging on the wall or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're keeping it. Figure it out later in the recap. What is this? This is heavy. Fort Worth Fabric Studio. It's just a... Okay, it's just a bunch of fabric. My mom's been making stuff lately, so... You know, she retired, and once she retired, she started making stuff. That's cool. We'll keep it. I mean, the fact that a lot of this stuff was brand new in the packaging, like this right here, brand new in the packaging, Kohl's. It just made sure that it was going to be good. You know what I mean? Look, this is another shoulder heating pad. Boom. I mean, car vacuum cleaner. Like, this is a lot more good stuff than I thought was going to be in here. This is brand new clothes. Brand new, still with the tags. Still with the tags. This is for like size 7 Atlas will be in that soon. Boom. Another wrist brace. Tape measure. Y'all know how I feel about tape measures. Oh my goodness. This unit, I'm telling y'all, can't get any better. More horse birthday party stuff. Brand new shoes. The rest of this I'm thinking is going to be garbage. Somebody will use that. A lot of this stuff that I'm saying somebody will use, like especially if it's just like fabric stuff, I don't plan on selling it. I plan on giving it away to people who can use it. Maddie the Mouse, Scentsy Buddy. I know Scentsy's expensive. This little guy might be expensive. I mean, we just don't know until we look it up, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I like those little rabbits, guys. Rabbits, whatever. How you say it? What's this? Oh yes. No capes. We don't wear capes. If you haven't figured it out, I like cartoons. Alright. Guys. I think that's it. So let me get all this back into the dumpster and back home, and I'm gonna get back at you with the recap for both units. I think that I did really good. I mean, I paid 60 bucks for both of these. This one was free, the other one was 60 bucks. Paid like 30 bucks in gas because it wasn't too far away from my house. So I think I did immaculate. I think I already have somebody to buy that trunk for 100 bucks, so already in the money. But anyway, I'm gonna be back at the house in 3, 2, 1. All right, back at you for the recap. So, as you can see, we didn't end up doing all that bad. Once that unit canceled, my heart kind of sank. I was like, oh man, now I gotta go get this little filler unit and I'm not gonna get anything else. I'm probably not gonna make anything, blah, blah, blah. Then I got done with that unit and I ended up getting that free unit. So let me run down what I think I'm gonna make off of everything. So the trunk, I believe that we'll get 100 for it. I already have somebody supposed to be coming next week at 100. So I mean, you know how that goes on Marketplace. You don't really know if somebody's going to show up till they show up. So, but I'm counting on that 100. Those boots are actually discontinued. They're Corral boots. Now they do have some discoloration on them, but with a quick polish that could be fixed. I see beat up boots, this exact model number or make number, whatever they call it, go for about $100 if they're beat up. Brand new, these things were like 275 bucks, and I think, you know, I have them listed. Actually, I think I just dropped my listing. I did have them listed for 300. I just dropped it to 200 just to get them out the door. I do think that they will sell for 200 eventually. Now, will it be this week, next week, or next month? We don't know, but they will sell for 200, I believe. So we're sitting at 300. Now, all the little miscellaneous stuff, like the speakers, all the brand new stuff in the packaging, like that John Wayne Monopoly game, you know, that, look those up, those sell for 30 bucks, unopened, and this one's unopened. And then like the neck warmers, and actually I'm gonna keep those, but anyway, all the miscellaneous stuff, I'm estimating about 100 bucks, maybe more than 100, but you know, I'm kind of lowballing it, so we'll just call it another 100. So now we're sitting at 400. Now that Native American artifact, I believe it's an axe head. I don't know a value on that. I see them online sell from, I mean, $10 for, you know, little small ones that are real notched out and everything, where the blade is real short and it's, you know, you can tell it was used heavily, for like 20, 50 bucks. But bigger ones, even if they're all beat up like mine is, big ones like that are rare. Now, how rare? I don't know. I'm going to send it into IAGA
I'm going to get it authenticated so that I know for a fact that it's authentic, because I don't want to sell it as a Native American artifact if that's not what it is. So I'm going to get it authenticated, and they said they can even do an appraisal for me if I wanted to. I mean, I haven't decided if I'm going to pay for that or not. But no matter what, I want to know if it's authentic. And if you know how much Native American artifacts are worth, I'll put pictures up here. And that way you can get some, better view on them. And if you know what they're worth, tell me what you think that this might be worth. Alright, so that's this unit. I mean, I paid 80 bucks all in, 60 for the unit, 20 for gas. I don't think that I, did all that bad. I really wish that I would have got the other unit that I was looking at, but again, I'm happy that the tenants got their stuff back. It's always a happy day whenever people are able to pay their debt and get their belongings back. It's always a happy day for me. But I was already heading that way, so it's kind of a bummer. But it is what it is. I still got a unit. I still made a video. I think the video was pretty good. So let me know down in the comments what you think that I could change about my video format, or about the way that I edit my videos, or anything like that. I really appreciate all of your input and all of your insight. That's all for today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. Much love, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful day.